Hey everyone, it's Nathas. Today I'm going to be doing a SolForge Fusion Alpha Client campaign run-through. So I actually fused a deck earlier today in a game for fun, and it's something that I thought was pretty fun, so I wanted to give it through the campaign, see how it does. So basically what this deck does, if I open it up, so it's basically an Aloyan Necrim deck. The Aloyan side I actually got from a Grey Viking game sale, which was really cool. And basically, we've got Drix, Palladium Simulacrum, a Recycling Patron, Steadfast Specimen, and a Seal-Eyed Researcher. But the real cream of the crop here is we have two suppressing creatures. Our purple half on the creature side has Blight Witch, a Commanding Creeper, an Indomitable Fiend with two Necrotic cards, and Ossuary Mechanismus. So there's a lot of sacrificing stuff. There's a lot of making minions when the stuff gets sacrificed, which is really cool with the Steel-Eye Researcher. And then the part that's really interesting as well is that the Aloyan side has a heavy artillery, which could give an enemy creature minus attack. It's got Metasight, which would give enemy creatures minus attack, and a Sonic Burst. So there's a lot of things that synergize with suppressing and Sonic Burst. And then from the Necroreum side, we have a Cersei's Call to make minions. We've got Dreadbolt and Necrovive. So it was a lot of fun to play for the game that I tried earlier, and I really wanted to try to push this through the campaign. So something that's new, and I'm going to start, because this is a new deck, I'm going to start at the Ascension level 0. But something that they've added to the campaign recently as part of testing is you can update the Ascension level of the bosses that you face. So 0, everything is normal. If you go to level 1, every boss that you encounter will have an additional 10 health to start the game. If you go to level 2, at the end of each turn, each boss has an additional chance of 10% to play a Spider Egg minion in a random lane. So they get 10 health, and they might be able to make a Spider Egg, which, if you've seen any of the other campaign videos, it's something that comes from Reclusa, where at the end of the following turn, a Spider Egg turns into, I think it's a Spider Hatchling, which destroys the opposing creature. At level 3, in addition to those two abilities, Reclusa also gets at the start of the game, swap out all levels of one of your random non-encased cards with an encased card. So encase is a downgrade to one of your cards, and I think it just webs one of your own creatures. So basically you're taking one of your cards out of the game in addition. Then finally at level 4, everything else that is included in the Ascension levels, you also get the boss at the start of each game, their creatures get a printed +1/+1. So over time, these Ascension abilities get stronger and stronger, but also as you're playing, your decks get more and more upgrades. So right now, this deck doesn't have any upgrades, and it's a newer deck that I just want to try in some normal games, or some, I guess, as close to normal as possible in the campaign. So I'm going to start this Ascension level at 0. But as you continue to play the campaign, there's more and more Ascension levels that get unlocked. So again, I just want to give this a go and a playthrough to see how things are for that deck. So I'm going to kind of keep it simple for this game, or for this round. So we have 3 upgrades to pick from through this campaign trail. The first one is when one of your creatures comes into play, if one of your creatures was destroyed this turn, it gets plus attack and health equal to the current cycle. When you play a spell, upgrade a card in your hand, then discard it. That's interesting. And then at the end of the second cycle, create and play a level 3 Weatherfrost Circle. That's pretty sick. I'm gonna pick that one. I like that you just get a free card that's kind of thrown out, and Weatherfrost Circle is a pretty solid one too. So now the options are we could play against Ironbeard, which their creatures come into play with 2 armor this turn. We've got Steel Rosetta, so when it replaces a creature, the new creature gets +2/+2. And Crux Cobalt, so at the end of the deck cycle, each enemy player destroys their lowest attack creature, and by enemy creature would be myself. So I'm pretty sure I've played against both Ironbeard and Crux on stream a bunch, but I don't really think I've played against Steel Rosetta, so we're going to go for that. Ooh, okay. So part of me likes to go here. A Blight Witch first, then I could play my Necrotic creature to play a Cersei's Call, and then that way we kind of get a pretty full board of stuff. If they play something that kills my Blight Witch, I could then bring it back with the Necrotic Stitcher, which is interesting too. Oh no, I can't, because I don't have anything that would make a minion. But we're going to go Blight Witch. Yeah, so we're definitely going to go Necrotic Stitcher. Nothing to bring back, but we're going to kill the Stitcher to Cersei's Call, and then we get a little Necrotic zombie over here. Now, granted, I could have suppressed. That would have been pretty strong. Oof. And 7/9 Apocalypse is also really strong. A little part of me that wishes I suppressed that. All right, well, we got a Dreadbolt, so we're in a good spot there. I think we're gonna go Dreadbolt into Drix. We could technically play one of these to level it and then sacrifice this instead. I think we're gonna sacrifice our zombie, Dreadbolt this while we still can. I don't want my Drix to die, so we're gonna go Palladium Simulacrum. Then we're going to with this dealing damage, I think. So I don't want there to be any gizmos on the board. Next turn, if I draw that Necrovive, it'll just immediately kill that 7/5. Which I did. Oof, I'm tempted to play the Steel Eye first, but I think we could save it. The thing is, if I activate, or if I play the Steel Eye, activate the Drix, destroy the Gizmo, I could Necrovive, I could do it all now. I think that's what we'll do. I'm going to play the Steel Eye Researcher. I'm going to Mobility this just to get the power. I'm going to activate the Drix to get the buff. Then I'm going to kill the Gizmo. Play a free Necrovive to destroy their creature. That was a pretty nice sequence. Now I got a Sculptor. And at this point, I think I want to go Commanding Creeper. Just because this is Commanding's great. And I only have one zombie, but I think it's my best bet here. So, alright, well that actually worked out pretty well. So they destroyed their own creature, so they didn't take the 5 off the Creeper part. We're ending with a Combat Techno Hulk, which will kill my Blight Witch, but I got a lot of value out of that level 1 Blight Witch. Oof, alright, so there was a lot here. Let me just double check exactly what that sequence was. So the Steel Rosetta played a Mega Gizmo. Okay, because they played Metamind Overseer. There was already a robot, so it made the Mega Gizmo. I do think that I want to start by... We'll make a Gizmo. Oh man, I want to just replace that Gizmo with Drix. But then they have the opportunity to kill my Drix. I'm going to risk it. And then I could always make my next decision after this next play. So Gauntlets. I definitely need to play a minion. I'm going to play it over in the middle. Actually, this will live. I think I'm going to replace the Drix because the Drix is going to die. There's no great suppressing targets. So I think I'm going to go Commanding Creeper even though it doesn't pump anything. Though this is a beast. I could give it +2. That'll put it to 4. This still won't die. I think I just want to level the Commanding Creeper. No other zombies. I could have made one zombie, but it wouldn't have been worth it. Alright, well, they killed their creature there, which is not the end of the world. This will live. These will trade. These will bounce off each other. I'm okay with that. So now I could use my Stitcher. Question is, what do I want to bring back? I guess I'm just going to start by playing an Indomitable Fiend. Or no, we'll go Simulacrum. There's no reason not to play it. Actually, if I replace the Creeper, I could give it +2/+2. And then I could move. The only downside now is that the Stitcher doesn't really have a place to reanimate, but I still think I'm okay with that. Location, ideally. Question is, what do I kill? This will die. I think the Steel Eye is just unfortunately the biggest risk. So we're gonna play this here. Then we're gonna play the Necrotic Stitcher. We're gonna bring back. Oh, I forgot I could bring back Drix if I do this. So that's actually my plan. So I don't need to replace. I could play a Gizmo. But do I want to? Yeah, we're gonna risk it. I'm gonna play the Necrotic Stitcher here. It's gonna get +2/+2. I'm gonna play the Necrotic Stitcher ability to reanimate the Drix over the Gizmo. Oh, but if I do that, it's not gonna get the additional buff. Alright, we're gonna rewind one last time. Okay, so now at the start of the turn, we're gonna replace the Steel Eye. Going to play the Necrotic Stitcher. Then I'll play the Drix over here, which will get the buff. Then I'll drop the Gizmo. It's not as good of a sequence. Well, I guess if I... Actually, I could use my ability now. My Raising Dead. And then I guess it doesn't kill the Mega Gizmo, so it is what it is. I'm just going to do it. I don't want to rewind again. I rewinded way too many times. Then we get our Necrotic Stitcher trigger. Uh-oh, Pokemancer dealing damage. What's it going to hit? Okay, I'm okay with it hitting that. So the suppressing's not going to help me. I think we're going to go Gizmo into Blight Witch. To kill and Dreadbolt. Just had to get rid of that Gizmo, and then at this point this is stuck. It's fine. This will die. Not the end of the world. Gonna drop the Steel Eye. I know it's not gonna kill the Apocamancer. See, the one thing I've actually found pretty interesting about this list is that my board is always full, it seems. So it's definitely interesting where I just have to kind of actually just continuously replace my own creatures in order to continue to play stuff. Which is not the end of the world when you have a Blight Witch, when you're kind of destroying your own stuff. So we've got Mage Armor. Whenever your Scientist comes into play, it's 2 armor. Whenever your Scientist comes into play, another one of your creatures gets plus health for each armor on your creatures. So that's pretty funny because it's buffing Scientist, but it's called Mage Armor. But unfortunately, we don't have enough Scientists, I don't think, to really care. When one of your non-zombie creatures are destroyed, play a random zombie from your banish or discard pile. That's pretty cool because you could basically bring back Blight Witch or Stitcher. So we're likely doing a pre-dug grave. Let's see what the last ability is. So at the end of the second cycle, create a level 3 duplication dome. So there's not enough deploy abilities for me to care as much as this pre-dug grave could be pretty insane. Alright, so now we have Underground River. So when one of the creatures are moved, they lose 2 health. We've got Guardian ZZYX, so at the start of the second turn of each deck cycle, it gets plus 50 armor for the turn. At the start of the third turn of each deck cycle, it gets plus 2 attack, all the creatures. And then we got Thundersoar. Whenever it takes damage, he gives that much attack to each of its creatures. So I know I played Thundersoar pretty recently. I really enjoy playing against it because it can be pretty difficult. That being said, I don't think I've played against Underground River in a long time. So I'm going to play this one just for the sake of having a little bit of variety. And this one can be pretty cool as well, and I really like the art. Some really high quality art there. So there's nothing super great in this opening hand, so I think we just level up our suppressing creature, and then we Dreadbolt whatever they play. And we got an Epoch Hawk there. Okay, so... Oh, and I forgot to get my random zombie, too. Okay. I gotta remember that's a thing. I love all that movement. Granted, it wasn't super useful at this part of the turn, but it was definitely pretty fun. So we're going to start with the Necrovive, just for the sake of getting rid of something. If only their creatures were a little lower power, I probably would have Sonic Bursted, but I think we're going to go Drix next. So I'm going to go Drix, and we're going to block, I guess, the 5/4 just for the sake of taking a little less damage. Part of me wanted to try to set up Gizmo on an empty lane, but I'll have the Forge anyway, so I'd rather just not take damage. Oh, I made the mistake of putting the Drix in the lane because it's going to move off the board. But I guess we could reanimate itself. So I guess if I make a Gizmo, play the Blight Witch, kill the Drix, then I could Necrotic Stitcher the Drix back, which is interesting. So I think we'll kind of take that kind of route. So I'm going to play a Gizmo. We're going to do it right here. Then I'm going to play Light Witch. I'm going to destroy the Drix to play a Circe's Call. And there's a Glitch Scout. I like got moved back just to move there. Alright, so then we're going to go Necrotic Stitcher. I guess the only unfortunate portion here is that the way that I set this up, my Drix is going to die as well. But I guess I could bring it back when I eventually bring the Stitcher back, so that's not the end of the world. So we're going to drop the Necrotic Stitcher. Oh, I guess the Drix will live if I do it over the Gizmo. That's fine. Then we're going to drop a Gizmo. Alright, so we get our Necrotic trigger. This Gizmo's going to die, unfortunately, because everything moved, and now everything's going to get minus health. I do get these random zombies now that stuff is being killed, so that's pretty fun, actually. Alright, there we go. So it is Blight Witch 1. Heavy Artillery is not horrible, so we're going to use that. Although I could bring back my Stitcher if I don't... Yeah, okay. So if I kill the Gizmo, it's going to be a non-zombie creature. So we'll reanimate a random zombie. And I get to play a level 1 card. So we're going to give -4 attack to, I think, the Glitch Scout. We'll give +4 attack at this point to try to kill that War Charger. Give this -4. Now I could reanimate. Oh, hold on. I don't want to give this attack, so I'm reanimating over it. Alright. So we're going to kill this. We're going to Heavy Artillery. We're going to give this one +4. We're going to give this one -4. We're going to play the Necrotic Stitcher. see what we have to reanimate here. Oh, okay, we could suppressing. I guess that's what we'll do. We'll play the Stitcher here. And we'll just kill that Glitch Scout. Alright, it's not a horrible move, I guess. Now I still have a play. I guess if I do use the Recycling Patron, it's going to be a 6. I do think I like just Zimus or Ossuary Mech better. I think I'm going to go Zimus, and then I'll use my Red Bolt next. Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen a Regia the Iron Lady. So I'm okay with those being there. I kind of want... Do I want this to live? So I guess my big thing is, do I kill the War Charger, or do I kill and keep my Drix? Actually, I could potentially keep reanimating with the Stitcher once non-zombies die. So I'm okay if the Drix dies here. Oh yeah, I like how it's reanimating the Zimus. Maybe I shouldn't have reanimated this. I guess is what it is. It's been reanimated in its current state. That's actually pretty fun. So I was able to reanimate the Zimus before its reanimation trigger resolved. So therefore, I basically got a brand new Zimus. So now I could sacrifice the Zimus or any of these. So I don't have any spells. I have noticed that Blight Witch is working to destroy stuff when it's not supposed to. I could technically use it now. I think what we're going to do instead, so I'm going to replace... Actually, no, I'm just going to play the Drix here. I'm going to replace with a Gizmo. That's going to become a 4/4. And we'll just pass here, see what happens. I guess just I know it's not the actual rule, so I shouldn't do it, but I technically could destroy my Necrotic Stitcher to then be able to bring it back. But we're just going to... I think we're just going to suppress. We'll give this +4/+4. And we'll just kill the Regia. Yeah, Mech Mark is not that great, unfortunately. Alright, let's see what we're going to do here. So we'll play the Gizmo. Well, actually, the Steel Eye is kind of nice. Do I care enough about it? So maybe we're going to Necrovive. Necrovive's going to be one of the plays, and I guess we could start with the Necrovive. And then I'm not going to Steel Eye, so we'll make the Gizmo. So my Drix is going to die unless I replace it with the Necrotic Stitcher and then replace... Yeah, I guess that's the move. So I'm going to replace the Drix with Necrotic Stitcher. It'll get a buff. Then I'll play the Drix over the Gizmo. Then it's still going to die, so we will... I want to use my ability. I'm going to play the Gizmo here. Then I'm going to play my Mindless Zombie over the Gizmo. And that's what we'll do. I'm about to lose this creature, unfortunately, because it's the end of the cycle, so it's going to move. Oh, I forgot I got a Wither Frost Circle. So what's level 3 do again? I guess I'll just put it over here. Alright, so my whole board's gonna get minus. Now it's letting me reanimate my Necrotic Stitcher. What's Wither Frost Circle do? When an enemy creature is destroyed in this lane, upgrade a level 1 card or level. Oh no, just play a random card from my discard. That's not bad. So I guess we're gonna Necrotic Stitcher. We'll replace the zombie with a Blight Witch. Oh, got destroyed on the trigger at the very end. Alright, so what we're gonna do here. Got, I think it's make 2 brutes, alright. So I want to make sure whatever creature I play in this lane is big. So that's why we're gonna replace with the gizmo. We're in cycle 3. The specimen's not worth it right now. I've got a recycling patron. We'll make it big. That's what I wanted, so. Then we will. I guess there's no reason not to Cersei's Call. Oh, it just destroys everything in the last lane. Hold on a second. So. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know exactly what ability we've got. Because it's got at the start of each turn. Start of the first turn of each cycle, they move every creature to the lane, one to the right. If the creature doesn't have a place to go, destroy it. So I don't know exactly what's destroying my creatures in this lane, but I guess I won't play a creature in this lane. So I guess I'm curious if I play the Necrotic, if it'll destroy it twice. So I could play a random zombie. I guess let's play the mindless one. That'll get destroyed. And then we've got a Blight Witch to play, which I guess I'll play it over the Zimus. That was silly, I guess. But I'm not going to do anything else here. So that is going to get destroyed, so I will get to play something from my discard pile. So we'll play a random card from discard first. So we'll go Necrotic Skeleton. Got a random zombie to play. And we'll replace once again with the Stitcher. I know it's going to die if I don't do it there, so we might as well play the Drix. So the suppressing's not going to help me here. I could technically Metacite just to give them negative, but I might as well kill the Necrotic Stitcher if I'm going to do that. Then, technically, if I play this, I'll reanimate. I think this is still going to destroy it. Yeah. All right, so that lane is just completely dead to me. That's unfortunate. I guess I could still reanimate a level 1 creature, so we might as well. That's going to die, and reanimate. We'll do a Zimus, I guess. This is silly. I don't think I've ever gotten to a point where this has happened in this battle. So it's definitely interesting. I guess I'll play the Commanding Creeper, and I'll do it over the Blight Witch. But at least pump the zombie. Oh, wow, and it didn't want to take that 5 damage, I guess. And then that's all I got here, but I could now suppress, which is nice. So I will suppress. Kind of want to play a card for free. I guess we will. I got the Commanding Creeper. I want to deal damage 8, that's 10. I guess we'll replace, even though the Zemus is the only creature that benefits, I can't use that lane over there. Alright. This is an interesting battle for sure. Got our level 2 Blight Witch, we've got the Stitcher. I wonder, I assume it's this whole cycle that this is not going to work. I'm going to rewind this no matter what. Funny thing is, like, I don't want to play anything because I guess it's just going to die anyway. I guess we'll level an Alamancer that'll die. Which will die. It's an endless cycle. We're trapped. Alright, I'm not going to do anything else, and we'll just do a free Neck Revive. And I guess technically, if I were to replace itself here, and I play Necrotic Stitcher, I could then Creeper for the win. This will be creative to finish this one off. Not having that right lane was very interesting. I wonder if that's part of the thing and I just never noticed it, or if that's like kind of a glitch. I probably should have put a bug report in, but I think it's by design. So we'll kind of assume that's what it was. Alright, so now we have Psionic Cloak, which is whenever one of your creatures gains attack, deal that much damage to the enemy player. Or sorry, gains health. This one has, the first time one of your creatures with deploy comes into play, you may repeat its deploy ability. Or when you replace a creature, give an enemy creature -3/-3. So I did a lot of replacing, so we're going to do Leapfrog of Death. So now we can either do Fit of Rage, so creatures with Breakthrough get +2 attack. We've got Snow Step, all creatures have Defender the turn they come into play. Or we've got Rallying Captain, its warriors get +1/+1 at the start of each turn. I actually don't think it's been a long time since I played against Fit of Rage. It's also been a while since I played against Snow Step. We'll go Snow Step today. Or Ice Storm, basically. I guess technically if I go Drix, Stitcher, Drix, Stitch, or Drix, yeah, I think we're gonna go Drix. We're gonna make the Gizmo, and then we're going to replace the Drix with the Necrotic. Oh, I guess we're not. That actually is interesting then, because now I can just replace or reanimate the Drix without a worry. So I'm gonna drop the Necrotic Stitcher. We're gonna reanimate Drix. Oh, and I forgot I got Leapfrog of Death. Oh, this is sick. We'll kill the Druid, and we'll make a Gizmo. It's not a bad turn. Oh, but I'm gonna take one. Something's gonna take one. Yeah, it's me. Goodbye, Gizmo. But now I get to reanimate a zombie, which isn't here for reanimation. Necrovive. I want to level. I guess we'll start with the Necrovive. Goodbye. Oh, I was actually expecting the Wisp to get removed, but I guess it makes sense that it wants to try to push damage. Although I think the Tinker was... No, it wasn't. The Tinker was just played. So I'm going to play Gizmo. Do it in the back. I think I want to go Creeper. It's either Creeper or Cersei's Call. I did play Necrovive, so I could make 2 zombies and just fill the board. Command and Creeper is pretty nice, though. I need to play the Creeper, I think. We might as well replace, because then we get to kill something. I guess we might as well give the Wisp -3/-3. make them, I guess, I think the AI will always destroy the creature, which is interesting off of the creeper. So it's basically guaranteed removal. All right. So I guess we want to go Blight Witch. I'm going to replace the Gizmo with the Blight Witch. Which is going to give this -3, -3. I kind of want to save the Dreadbolt. Or I could Sonic Burst too. So I think I'm just going to pass here and hope that the Blight Witch doesn't get killed. Which I guess we got lucky it didn't. So at this point, I think we're going to Dreadbolt. We're going to kill the Stitcher. We're going to Dreadbolt the Guardian. We get a zombie back, which drops into the back row. Oh, and I forgot, I still have another play. So this suppressing Allomancer is not bad. And Sonic Burst is a fun card, but we're going to go Allomancer. So we'll destroy. We have 2 mages as well for next turn. Goodbye, Drix. Oh, but I get my Stitcher back, which means I get my Drix back. I'll take it. And we get to kill their creature. So these upgrades are getting stupid. Maybe I should have gave it a higher level than just level 1 for the actual campaign. I wanted to kill again. Oops, wrong button. So right here, Blight Witch was destroyed. Okay. So we've got just the ability to kill one of these. I think we're gonna go. I don't have a place to play the Gizmo, so I'm just gonna Steel Eye and then replace it. Typically, I like to play the Gizmos next to the Steel Eye, especially at level 2, because it's going to get a similar buff, whether or not it's played on above it or next to it, the minion. But at this point, my board is too crowded. And then now, there are no minions for them to kill. I just Dreadbolt that Tinkerer, and we're all set. Got Drix and Blight Witch and Creeper. I think I want to play the Drix. I'm just going to pass here because we'll see what they play. So I'm going to... I have no zombies on the board, so the Commanding Creeper is basically just removal. The Suppressing Allomancer is interesting, and I think I'm going to replace the Creeper to do it. Then I'll have 2 Allomancers. And actually now I'll be able to kill the reinforcements as well. In multiple ways. So I guess technically I have the Leapfrog of Death, I got the Suppress, I've got the activations. Nothing to ping. This Necrovive is pretty nice right here. Alright, so now there is a Specimen. I also have my ability to play. It's unfortunate because it's like I just make mindless zombie minions, and at this point they're not really going to help me because my board is so filled. So what I'll do here, just to pump up my Steel Eye, I'm going to replace the Drix with the Gizmo. We're going to end up Sonic Bursting here. Replace. Just for the sake of activating everything, we're just gonna And we're not going to play the minion, but we'll just buff this. Oops. Why did that not buff? Click confirm. I guess I have to play the minion. It's interesting. When I hit none, it fizzled. I guess this is still a better play than just leaving that gizmo, though. Then this should do it. Alright. So now we have another set of upgrades. We can, when I play a spell, play a gizmo. I'm not going to choose this because you have to play the gizmo. And right now, my board's been a little too clogged. So at the start of my turn, if I have an 5 exalts in play an Oak Father, no thank you. And then when I play a spell, give one of my creatures +3/+3. That sounds pretty great. We've got Muthrall. So Muthrall zombies come into play with an additional 3 health. We've got Adept. So Adept plays a free spell whenever a player's creature dies. And we've got Quakeman. So Quakeman deals damage to all creatures equal to the current cycle. Like, I feel like I can't not play against Quakeman just because it's the greatest art in the game. I do feel like both Adept and Muthrall are very fun to play against. But while the art is still Quakeman, I've got to do it. Alright, so we've actually had very similar starting hands for a lot of these games, I've noticed. So we're gonna start with the Drix, I think. Drix is just too good. So the Drix is gonna die. We're gonna play... The question is, do I care more about the Stitcher or the Blight Witch? The Stitcher lets me do a lot more crazy things. So if I replace the Gizmo, or the Drix with the Gizmo, I could then reanimate the Drix with the Stitcher. And then I think that's going to be our move, even though Blight Witch is really fun. And plus we get to do -6/-6 to their creature too, which is really nice. And we get to replace with the Necrotic trigger. That was pretty solid right there. So the Suppressing Allomancer definitely is important, and the Simulacrum will make sure I could kill other cards as well. So we're going to start with the Allomancer, I think. Or no, we're going to start with the Palladium Simulacrum. We're going to replace. We're going to give the Rex -3/-3. We're going to move. Kill this 2 creatures with the commander. That's a little unfortunate. So this will live. So we're going to replace here. Give the commander -3/-3. So we got +2/+2. And then we're going to destroy the Yeti. And we'll deal an additional 2 damage there. Alright. So I guess we're gonna... Actually, before we do this, we're gonna move. Get our buff. We're gonna activate. We're gonna play Creeper. Basically, it's gonna do some damage. Alright, so they're killing their own Stampeding Monosaur to kill that. Get to bring a zombie back. That's fun. So then I could actually reanimate the Creeper. We'll We'll deal some more damage. I think I'm tempted to play a Necrovive on an empty board here just to level it, but I guess I'm never going to have less creatures than my opponent, so I think I'm okay leaving it at level 1. At this point, I think I'm going to go Patron. This is a beast, so this will help with a little more damage. Ooh, and actually, we're going to replace this Stitcher, even though it's necrotic, because next time one of my non-zombie creatures dies, I could reanimate the Stitcher. I'll drop it here. Unfortunately, I can't reanimate because I don't have a minion to do it. I like how it still made me pick. Alright. So what we're going to do to start, make a gizmo. I'm going to replace with the suppressing. We're going to give this -3/-3. Then we're going to kill it. I don't have any kill spells. That's just going to live. I could technically... Yeah, this is what we'll do, is we'll replace here. Give this -3/-3. Actually, what did I just replace? I'm a little tired. Yeah, I'm fine with... no, I want the zombie. I could buff both of my patrons. Now a few of my creatures are gonna die. I could reanimate a zombie, which will then reanimate the creeper for the win. Yeah, these upgrades are stacking very well. It's getting a little absurd. Alright, and now we should have one more battle left. Alright, so we got one more upgrade, and then we're facing Reclusa. When one of my minions comes into play at Blast 2, so that means deals X damage to the opposing creature player when played. We've got your creatures come into play with a bonus power and toughness equal to the cycle, or when you upgrade a card, deal 5 damage to a creature or player. So we're definitely going to do when a minion comes into play with blasts. So that'll just help because we make a lot of minions here. Then we're playing Reclusa, the final boss. So we got Drix yet again. So we'll blast 2, so it's going to deal 2 damage to Reclusa. So we've got Toxic Waste. I'm definitely just going to Necrovive here. I could give something +3/+3, so we'll do it to Drix. Oh no! It webbed by Drix. Alright. So we've got Steel Eye Researcher, which I definitely want to play. I won't be able to activate Drix because it's webbed. I think we're just going to start by replacing Steel Eye Researcher to give... Which one's going to be -3/-3? That's the tough choice that we got to make. I'm going to be able to kill one of these. I think what we're going to do is we're going to give this one -3/-3 just to get rid of it. So that actually ruined my plan a little bit. We need to make sure that we have to play the Metasite, basically, because I can't let... yeah, we're going to go Metasite. I can't let the egg turn into a Spiderling. So we're just going to swap these two. Because I played a spell, I'm going to give this +3/+3. And I'm going to take 8, unfortunately. I just need to get that egg out of the way, though. And now next turn, I have the ability to replace the Drix, so I can then kill another thing. So I think we're going to start with the suppressing and then play the commanding. So I'm going to play the suppressing. Oh, wait, hold on. This unweb? I've never had that happen before. Maybe they've changed the text of webbed? That could be a thing. Alright, so that's interesting. So we're gonna... I'm glad I didn't replace the Drix then. Definitely wanna... destroy the egg. I will take the damage here. Then I will do the same thing to it. No other zombies. Alright. No zombies to bring back, unfortunately. Alright, goodbye, zombie. I mean, not zombie, creeper. Alright, so that was a lot. The Sonic Burst is going to be helpful. The Meta Site actually could make it so we could really Sonic Burst. So we're gonna... I guess just drop this in front of the bigger one. Gonna Meta Site these two. They really don't need to change lanes. Get to buff something too, which will be Drix. So we will... Oh. I'd already killed everything before I even finished resolving the Sonic Burst. That's interesting. There's no reason to play this now. I'll do it next turn. I guess I could have got 2 more damage in on this DLI, but it's fine. So I think we're going to start with the Suppressing Allomancer. Just destroy that spider egg. Now we are going to... I guess we'll deal with damage first. I'm going to replace here. Get a zombie. Kill that right here. We blast. Then... might as well play the Suppressing Scavenger as well. Nothing to kill, but... we'll push some more damage. And we did it. So I will say the upgrades we got definitely were very incredible for this playthrough of the campaign. Like, everything synergized very, very well. Alright, so let's see what our permanent upgrades are going to be. Alright, so I feel like in general, no matter what the other abilities are, if you get Krogial Mastery, where it changes your level 3 Forgeborn into a Create a Krogius, that is insane. Because it's like you're guaranteed just to get a level 3 Krogius and basically win the game once you hit the 3rd cycle. A gold card, which they're still working on right now. Exactly what those are going to be. Now we have... we can either give our Zimuses +2 health, we could give our Osori Mechs stealth, or at the end of the deck cycle, we could create a Soul Harvester. We're going to do the Soul Harvester, because those are pretty fun. So when a creature is destroyed, give this +2/+2. Oh no, I hit pick later. So I'm going to start this for the sake of picking that upgrade, and then I'm going to get back out of the campaign. Or you know what? We'll just go to level 1 now. I want to pick my upgrade real quick. So I forgot to do that, and I missed it. Alright, so that's all set. So right now, I'm going to stop here, but I will be doing another video sometime, hopefully soon, with this same deck. But I just wanted to make sure that people could kind of see, first of all, how this deck played without any of the Ascension upgrades. But the next playthrough I'm going to do is going to be a campaign with Ascension upgrades, which it makes it much more challenging and it makes it a lot of fun. So I get these cool upgrades. The computer and opponent deserves to get them as well. So thank you for tuning in to this campaign playthrough. I really enjoyed this list that I played today. It's the first Aloyan deck that I've played in a while where I'm like, oh, this is really fun. And the Blight Witch deck with the double necrotic, the Zimis, and the what's the other one? I can't believe I'm forgetting it, so I'll just look at the deck list real quick. It is the Indomitable Fiend. There we go. There's just a lot of ways for you to destroy stuff and reanimate. So the board was always very, very filled with this deck. So it was a lot of fun. So thank you for tuning in. Definitely looking forward to the next playthrough, and I'll see you guys next time.